Alright, so I watched an anime recently called Migi and Dali. Or Migi to Dali. It's strange how rare it is to have an anime which starts and ends in one season without dragging on or feeling rushed. Well, maybe it drags on a little bit on the climax, but still. Anyway, I recommend it. What a bizarre mystery story. What is it about? This is a chilling story about two little boys looking for their mother's killer. Their quest for revenge takes many dark twists and turns, down to their everyday life of being forced to act like one, forever hiding the existence of another twin. What did I enjoy? The tone. This is a strange anime, like I already said, and what it feels like, and at any point something morbid and terrifying might happen. I kept expecting something truly dark to happen, especially when you've got the topic of young kids, adoption, and creepy adults with plethora of secrets. But this anime kept turning everything on its head and being actually fairly lighthearted. There's a murder and psychological abuse, I won't spoil what kind, but it's truly uncomfortable. But still, overall, it's pretty upbeat. And that surprised me a bit, which is what I'm praising here. I also liked the idea, and the reason I even watched this. Episode 1 has an acrobatic sequence where one twin sits at the dining table, then asks for seconds, and in the time it takes the step-parents to put the food on the plate, the twins switch with nobody being any wiser. How bizarre of a premise it is that two kids can keep the fact that there are two of them a secret. There's a bunch of events like this, and I was always looking forward to the next weird sequence where twins switch or do something completely impossible. Mystery is also pretty good. I definitely messed up by looking into spoilers when I wanted to check one fact in particular. And spoilers in case you are like me, dogs don't get hurt. They look like they might, but dogs in this anime, they are perfectly safe. So I definitely messed up by finding out the big reveals when I was like halfway through. I think it was delivered pretty well, although it would be nice if it was further explained how come the father is such dipshit. And I guess I'll praise the characters, especially Maruta. I mean, others are more important than honestly better character, but it's this doofus who added comedy in the second half and proved to be much more helpful than I'd initially assumed. Especially loved the last episode where they are all shown years later and he turns into a stud. The second he said something, I just cracked up. That voice does not add up. Also, special shout out to Michan. What a goofball. So, what did I dislike? Well, I guess it's kinda sloppy. And there are some moments which really drag on. There's a very careful balance to strike between tension and boredom when it comes to showing a thrilling moment. And when characters just keep staring at each other dramatically and repeating the same things over and over, it ruins the whole sequence. There's a bunch of moments which are also just longer than they have to be. Character designs and motivations which are just weird, and overall tone and pace problems. It's as if the staff working on this just had very little experience or none at all, so everything's just off. Also, there are very uncomfortable moments involving psychological scarring. It's not necessarily something that horrible being shown, it's just weird and disgusting. So goddamn weird. I'd rather not describe or think about it too much. So overall, I liked it, and I definitely had more fond memories than negative ones, especially when it comes to the ending. It all wrapped up nicely and honestly made me want 1 or 2 more episodes in a bit of a slice of life style with these people. But, well, it definitely would drag on, so it is what it is.